What's going on? It's your boy, Baby Keeve. I'm on Phase Spotlight, Phase Production Spotlight, and I'm about to answer these questions. Let's get into it. Who was Baby Keeve before the music? I was a football player. I was a big brother. I was a little brother. I was a sugar daddy at a young age, party promoter. Did music for a long time, you know what I'm saying? But, all of this was with my brothers, of course, Rich Soul. If you ain't familiar with Baby Keeve from my background history, I was definitely Rich Soul, Clash Majors, all of that great shit. Tell us about any new projects you may have or that you may want to talk about.
Yeah, so Gotham obviously is about, if you're familiar with Batman, you know Gotham City. Gotham City is this reckless, chaotic city where it's a whole lot of drugs, prostitute, murder, violence. All of that is going down, and I like to call Atlanta the Cook City. This is Cook City, aka Gotham. So the song just pretty much, talks about that. So there's gonna be a whole lot of ass shaking, a whole lot of a whole lot of shit going on in the song. And then Nirvana is the complete opposite of that. Nirvana is like, I'm free, I'm living in like this utopia, but in this utopia world, I'm about to get the fuck up and go outside. And I ain't watching no kids. I ain't doing none of that shit. I'm just about to go outside, have a good time, about to get my dick wet, about to drink a little bit, and boom, that's how it goes.
It's gonna be amazing, man. This is magical. I got Nick Lavelle on the album. I got Essence Nicole on the album. I got my brother from Rich Soul, of course, on the album. So yeah, man, I'm excited about the project. What qualities make somebody solid in your eyes? Honesty, truthful, just having a moral code, moral ethics. I think that makes anybody solid, just be scared. Be a man about your shit and be a woman about your shit. Don't be scared to, keep it real. I think that's what makes somebody solid in my eyes. How important is brotherhood to you? Brotherhood is everything. My entire foundation was built off brotherhood, so I don't really know nothing else outside of brotherhood. That's why I be tripping when I see brothers that ain't, cool with each other. It's just weird to me. It's like, how you not cool with your brother? Like, shit's weird. Shit's weird to me. Relationships and love, y'all trying to get spicy. What's one thing women misunderstand about women? What's one thing that women misunderstand about men? We are not the same. Everything that women want, men do not want. I think that's the biggest misconception. So, women want men with money, status, providing for you, protect you. We don't want those things. We just want, we want pussy. We want you to be loyal. And and be very nurturing, and be a lady. That's all. They say be a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. That's all we want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's the biggest misconception. Do you think it's harder for men to be vulnerable today? Yeah, I think it's always been hard for men to be vulnerable. But even back then up until now, it ain't really changed. I think there's more of a leeway now because, I don't want to speak about the alphabet community, but that community, it's just growing over time. So the vulnerability is just, it seems more, tangible. What's a sacrifice you made for your career that nobody sees? Damn. But I'm a family man, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm out doing my thing, I gotta sacrifice time, I gotta sacrifice energy, I gotta sacrifice money. You know what I'm saying? When you make investments, you just gotta realize that sometimes you're gonna bank on your return, sometimes you're not. That's just how business goes, and you have to treat it like a business. If you don't treat your music career like a business, then you don't expect to make no money. And if you're not making money, you'll be done with this shit pretty fast. What keeps you motivated when things aren't moving as fast as you like? I like to stay grounded, you know what I'm saying? I'm a spiritual guy. I like to meditate, and pussy too. I like pussy. All of these things keeps me grounded when things aren't going my way, if I can get what I want at a feasible amount of time, that keeps me going at an accelerated pace. How has success changed your circle? Oh, that's a good one. Success has definitely changed my circle. It's so crazy because it's like normally people who still friends with their friends in high school, those same people don't really elevate in life. They're living a very content, stable life, a very safe life. I like to say, man, you gotta expand your horizon. You gotta expand your environment, because your environment matters. If you put a good apple next to a sour apple, that good apple will go sour within 24 hours. So you got to keep yourself around good energy, good people that's successful. You definitely want to be around people that's successful and keep those people in your circle. Boom. What's something you're still healing from? I'm healing from a lot. I got so much trauma. I'm still healing from my brother. I'm still healing from my grandmama who passed away in my arms in 2017. I'm still healing from all types of childhood traumas that I had. My mama used to get her ass whooped, you know what I'm saying, by all the niggas she been with, damn near 95% of them. So it's a lot of shit that I gotta heal from, but everything that I've been through helped me shape and mold who I am today. So I don't go into my future relationships with that same mentality. I don't even shape and mold myself as a man predicated on those niggas that my mama used to be with. Respectfully, mama, but you know this. Yeah, I would never be those lame ass niggas. What's the hardest truth you've ever had to accept? As a man, you know, everything that you have to accept is just going to be hard, and it's just the way it's gotta be. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way around it. It just is what it is. Nobody gonna feel sorry for you. Nobody's gonna feel bad for you. So with that being said, I think that's the biggest obstacle as a man that I had to face, but I learned it as a child. So growing up, I didn't have to suffer from, you know, the narrative of, you know, hey man, when life get tough, you gotta die. Like I've always known that, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's one of the hardest things as a young man that I had to face. What's the conversation you wish you could have had one more time? Damn, that's a good one. I would say my brother Cash, a conversation with my brother having one more time definitely would have been needed. I had a conversation with him a day before he passed. A really good conversation, insightful. Didn't think that was going to be my last conversation. But yeah, that's one I definitely wish I'd had. What's something society tells men they should be that you disagree with? A wallet. A wallet. Yeah, man, as a man, we're just held to so, you know, to this standard, you know what I'm saying, that society says we have to be held to. And, you know, like as a man, we don't really give a damn about how, you know, how it sounds, how it make me feel. You just gotta be a man about it and accept it and just keep it fucking rolling. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think, you know, a man, niggas just being a fucking wallet because that's all you good for. Or not even just a wallet, anything that you can provide is pretty much just what your value is based off of. Do you think social media helps artists or hurts artists? I think it can help artists and it can hurt artists. You know, both can be true at the same time. But you just have to, as an artist, I feel like the benefit of it is the fact that you have a platform that you can express and you can put forth your projects, your work, your art, all of that things for people to see it, and you don't really need a label or, you know, or even a big casting director. You can go online and make videos, you know, to showcase your acting. You can make, you know, music to showcase your music, obviously. So that's the plus side of it. I think the back side or the bad side of it is, I think people get lost in social media. I think people think that this is who I am. And, you know, it's like a perception that everybody puts out. Everybody is not putting out the real shit. It's all a perception. It's a facade. So people get lost in that. And when they're outside and walking the streets, they think that they still online. But nigga, you outside now, nigga. Like, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the downside of the psychological effect that it has on creators in general, or even just normal people. Okay, what's something that you've normalized in your life that people would find difficult? I think I'll be around so many people. Just the fact that you have a level of discipline, because I know I have a level of discipline, but a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? So when I see other people lack it, I look at them kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people have struggle with just, you know, focusing on something, or, you know, it could be a regular day-to-day regimen. I think a lot of people have a hard time with just, you know, staying dedicated and focused to their goals and what they're trying to achieve. And that takes discipline. And without discipline, you're not going to make it anywhere. So discipline is the answer to everything. Trust me. Anything you got a question about in life, your answer is always going to be discipline. What conversation do you think men need to have more often but avoid? Regular shit. I like anything that men go through on a day-to-day basis, we don't necessarily talk about. So anytime we're not putting in work, and, you know, when we're away from that shit, we just want to escape from it. So we don't talk about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's so crazy because, like, I can have friends, right? Like, it could be some simple shit like, I got a friend over here. I don't know what this nigga do to make it. I don't know how he make his money. That's not a conversation that we normally talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't talking about that shit. We trying to figure out who gonna win the finals. You know what I'm saying? You going for the Spurs or the Lakers? You know what I'm saying? You going for the Spurs or the Knicks? So like, I don't know, I think that's one thing that men avoid unless it's like one of your, business friends. Obviously we're talking about money, but outside of that, like that's what we avoid. What do you think your biggest weaknesses actually became one of your biggest strengths? Leadership. Leadership has always been something that I struggle with, and I noticed it early on because obviously, like I said, I played football for 10 years, so I've always been placed in those positions and roles to be a leader because I was the captain of my football team. But I've always noticed like the chink in my armor when it comes to leadership. So over time, I intentionally try to become a better leader. I bought books, I studied, I got mentors. So like, so now I feel like that's one of my biggest strengths today is my leadership qualities. If your life had chapters, what would this chapter be called and why? Reinvention. I think this is my reinvention. This is the chapter for it. And yeah, I'm loving it. This is a fucking ride. If the music disappeared tomorrow, who would Baby Keeve be? Oh, I'd be a fucking actor. I'd be a fucking real estate agent. I'd be, I'd be all types of shit. It's so crazy because music is like so, like the older I get, the far left music becomes to me because I'm so focused on money. Music don't really bring a lot of that. So like everything that I'm doing outside of music, I would just be doing like, I ain't gonna say full time because I still do it full time, but I just would be investing more time and energy to it for sure. What's something you've never publicly spoken about but think people should know?
58 bodies.
That was a joke. And 58 bodies is a lot of bodies, especially for men. You know what's crazy? I come to find that women be having more bodies than men do. That's crazy. But when you think about it, women do hold access to sex. So that means anytime they want to get dick, they can just get it because they got the pussy to just give it to anybody. But men, on the other hand, we got to work for the shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you say shit like, oh shit, you got that many bodies, that's why niggas get praised for, because nigga, you're doing something right. But if women is out here fucking, they got, 58 bodies, it's like, oh bitch, you're doing something wrong. Keep your legs closed. And I believe that a cat has 9 lives. So if a bitch been slept with more than 9 bodies, a pussy is dead. That's just how I feel about it. This is the last and final question. If you could leave one message for people chasing their dreams right now, what would it be? I hate this question because you always get like a cliche answer, but it's like, don't give up. Like, just keep going. Don't give up. Don't stop. There's going to be obstacles that's going to, hop in front of you, but you just got to ride over them bitches like speed bumps. Of course, when you ride over speed bumps, you got to hit that brake a little bit so you can just slide over it. So, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, but you got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going. Don't stop. That's all I can really say. Then to keep signing out.